In James 4, verse 8, it says, draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Just as you're bringing your legs together in this exercise, just like this, bringing your legs together, remember that God invites you to draw near to him. As you adduct your hips and bring your legs into a position of strength and stability, draw near to God by trusting in Jesus Christ. He will meet you where you are and give you the strength, the support, the stability you need to stand firm in your faith. I'm Raman Hunter. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about standing hip adduction, adduction exercise. What I have here, I'm going to be using a resistance band. You can use a resistance tube if you want, or if you have a cable pulley machine, you can also use that. For the resistance band, I have it anchored at the level of my ankle. So one end is anchored to a stable object. You can use a grill, you can use a table foot, you can, something stable, a pole of some sort that will really hold it properly, right? So it won't topple over or it won't move with you when performing this exercise. The other end of the band is attached to my ankle or the lower portion of the leg, okay? You can also attach it above the knee if you want, but for this case, I'm going to attach it below the knee at the level of the ankle. All right, so the moving leg is this one here, as you can see. And what you're going to be doing, the starting position, you stand shoulder width apart. You're standing with the leg that is nearest to the ankle. That is the leg that will be moving. That will be the moving leg. And what you're actually going to be doing is you're going to shift your body weight onto the other leg, so that will be the stance leg or the balancing leg. You want to make sure that you grip the floor with your toes so that it helps with the stability and support. And you're going to bend that knee slightly. All right, so you're going to bend the balancing knee slightly, just slightly, not too much. And you're going to keep the knee of the moving leg straight, okay? So what you're actually doing is bringing that moving leg across the toes of the balancing one. So you're going to move it forward slightly, and then you're going to bring it across the other leg. Bring it across the foot of the other leg, okay? So that's what we're doing. Standing hip adduction, relatively simple. This exercise works the muscles of your inner thighs. So if it is that you've been doing exercises, you're working your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads, the muscle of your outer thigh, your gluteus medius, the tensor fasciae latae, it's the outer thigh, and you want to find something that can work the inner thigh. This is a good exercise to work for your inner thigh. It also helps to strengthen the knee, overall strength of the knee area. It helps to reinforce the muscles around the groin area in terms of conditioning them, strengthening them, and it helps to reduce the risk of injury for groin strain, all right? It helps to reduce the risk of injury for groin strain. This exercise also helps with pelvic support and stability for when you're walking, okay? It helps when you're doing your whole walking, it helps with mobility, your locomotion, and athletic performance. When you're running and you're going into that single leg stance phase, the muscles in the groin area helps to support and stabilize your pelvis during that type of movement. And so those are the muscles that we're working in this exercise. So this exercise is really good for really strengthening those muscles. Give it that overall development in your thigh. So not just to work the muscles posteriorly or your glutes and your hamstrings, not just to work the muscles anteriorly or at the side, the outer thigh, but also work the muscles of your inner thigh as well. As you perform this exercise, you're going to find that the other leg that you're balancing on, you feel a burning sensation. That's normal, because what is actually happening is that you have to tighten those muscles of the balancing leg while performing this movement. So there's a dynamic stability or dynamic stabilization component to this exercise as well. Whilst you're stabilizing that other leg by standing firm, as was said from before, whilst you're stabilizing that other leg, you have to engage those muscles in order to properly stabilize while moving the other one. So you're stabilizing during movement and against resistance as well. So it's like a double whammy, because you're strengthening by isometric contraction, you're strengthening the balancing leg and also strengthening the inner thigh muscles of the moving leg, which is this one, standing hip adduction. All right. So another tip is to keep your core tight. So you're going to brace your core. It helps with the movement. It helps with better control. And whilst you're bracing your core, you also get that core engagement as well, that core involvement. So you're also working your core. All right? So what we're doing here now is working the core. You're working the inner thigh of the moving leg. And you're getting that overall work of that balancing leg. All right? It's a good exercise. Standing hip adduction. So I really pray and hope that you benefit from this exercise. If while performing this exercise you start to feel pain, you start to feel some discomfort, increasing pain, then stop from performing this exercise. If it is that you have a major complication or major problem, medical condition with regards to that hip, or something with regards to any of the weight-bearing joints of either leg or either side, then I would strongly suggest that you seek medical counsel, medical advice first from your healthcare professional or your physiotherapist before starting this exercise. Okay? But separate and apart from that, it's a go ahead. It's a win-win for this exercise. A wonderful exercise. Not only do you strengthen the working one, you also strengthen the balancing one, and you get a double whammy. And also your core. I'm Ramon Hunter. Pray that you have a wonderful day. Blessings.